You're listening to the Comic Crusaders Podcast. I am your host, Al Mega, CEO of Comic Crusaders and Undercover Capes. In this show, I'm sitting down with creators from all walks of life to talk about inspiration, process, the lessons they've learned, and a whole lot more. What up, mi gente? It's your boy Al Mega. Welcome to a brand new Comic Crusaders podcast. And today I am uber excited. I last spoke to this homie 2 years ago, episode 21, and we're at 226. Wow. I'm so excited. This man, last time you heard, he had an awesome book called The Kill Journal. He also worked on The Eighth. He's done mad stuff you've seen everywhere, visually, let me tell you, all right? And right now he's working with the real Blade himself, Wesley Snipes, on an awesome Kickstarter. Let me introduce the one, the only Adam Lawson. What's going on?
Boom.
How you doing?
I am super good, Al. That kind of blew me away when you said that. It's almost like a little more than 200 podcasts later. I mean, it's just like, that's a wild thought, that you've done that many in this short of time. I mean, you are hardcore. You're not Comic Crusaders for no reason, because you're hardcore.
Exactly. We are Crusaders, let me tell you. But Adam, thank you for coming back, man. Your journey has been amazing in the past 2 years, so there's a lot to catch up on. But for those that don't remember or recall, and for those new folks out there, if you're not, go back and listen to episode 21. But of course, Adam, so give them a little update, like where you at right now and what's been popping off the last 2 years since the Kill Journal 8th and all that good stuff.
Yeah, so this is my fourth crowdfunding graphic novel, and I do graphic novels in the sense that some people are doing single issues, but I drop something that's, the 8th is 224 pages, Kill Journal is 130, Kids and Monsters was 72, and this guy's going to be 140. And so what I'm jumping onto right now is a project that's been more than a decade in the makings. It's called The Exiled, and my creative partner on it is Wesley Snipes, and it's wild
in the making.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's pretty wild to get notes from Wesley Snipes, right? This isn't like you're getting from some editor at some publishing house.
He's just dropping Wesley on us, folks. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
I need the origin story of even the bromance. How the hell did you even meet Wesley Snipes, and when did all these ideas start flowing? What's popping here?
Yeah. So I'm a television showrunner by day and comic book creator by night, But if you can imagine, here's how this began, Al. 12 years ago, I had a comic book called Exile. I had a partner on it. His name was Keith Aram. He directs the voice for the Call of Duty games. Okay. And he and I sold this comic book to Radical Comics. I don't know if you remember them back in the day.
Wow,
they did Hercules, Oblivion. They had some good success getting their books made into movies. But they had a party at Comic-Con, a dinner. And all their people who were making books, Last Days of American Crime was one of them, Remender. So this dinner was Rick Remender. Wesley Snipes had a book with Antoine Fuqua called After Dark. And then we were there at this table. So it was kind of this moment of I didn't know Wes, and Keith had worked with him on the video game for Demolition Man. And it was this, 12 years ago, 2008, I was checking when when we were there. And so, anyways, Radical Comics falls apart. And I'm at that dinner table looking at Wesley, and he's like, this is the guy I looked up to my entire childhood, right? I watched all his films. He's
an action hero, baby.
He's an action hero. It was everything you wanted to be, right? Was Wesley Snipes. And sitting there at dinner across from him, I'm like, this is unbelievable. And then 12 years later, here we are doing a comic. And about a year ago, he and Keith were having a discussion about, it'd be so cool to do a comic book. I love comic books. Wes was saying, I love comic books, and you can tell these new stories, and I'm not always trapped by the studio, and we can just make something that we want to make, right? And so then Keith brought me in and said, well, what about the story Exile? And that was that same creative we put together all those years ago. And Wes is like, I like this, and let's add this and twist this. So then the three of us started brainstorming and recrafting it into what becomes The Exiled. Right, real simple, real special magic trick. Exile to The Exiled, but then Wes brought a lot of it, especially to the depth of the character, because he's thinking about it as an actor, and how's this guy functioning, and what's his design
approach. Yeah. So the approach is so different from writer to actor. It's like, okay, you really like this, but this is what I feel. This is what oh my God. How were those conversations, yo? Are those page by page conversations? Must have been thinking 2 hours per page.
Yeah, no, it's not quite that. It's not quite that. A lot of it the most of it was in the concepting phase, right? When we were designing the characters, laying out the story, right? And like once we're now in the midst of the pages, it's most of myself and Esquivo, and then I send pages, by to make sure everyone's happy. But really, the real work was in the beginning phase. And one of the things about it was like, I remember presenting the character Detective Niles Roach Washington. It's kind of an emulation of Wesley Snipes. And the quick 4-on-1 is this story is a bit of Seven meets Blade Runner. Detective Roach Washington is in pursuit of this serial killer, though the world thinks he's crazy and he's just seeing things. And the serial killer is someone that is 5,000 years in the makings. And and it's this Seven meets Blade Runner. It's this serial killer story that unlocks this world-changing information, right? And there's this segment where he goes underground, he goes subterranean in it.
Yeah.
And like I had a design here's a good example of Wes' involvement, like of Wes's insight. Like we had this design for what he should look like.
Yeah.
In when he goes underground, he's like, no, Adam, think about it. If I had that coat that was long, how could I crawl down a cave? It's like that wouldn't feel that way. And like the gun, like when I would have down there with a revolver, So he started shifting, like if I was a man really doing that. So it just started to change the shape of it. And it's like, what does the car look like? And it's like, oh, it should be an El Camino, right? It should have this swagger to it.
How
right?
did you feel, man? How did you feel again? Those pointers from like Mr. Snipes and the development of this amazing book you got. Oh my, look how sexy that book looks. Woof.
Yeah. No, it's thank you. Yeah. I mean, it's you're both like when you get the hey, I love this, you're like humbled and floored, right? And then when he talks and he has an idea about it, it's like he's just hitting the bell, right? It's like ringing the bell, and it's like, of course we should have done that, right? It's like some people give notes to like hear themselves talk or to just like stir the pot, right? But he's dropping an idea that is like, oh, of course, that just changes this. Oh, yeah. If he had this element with his father, it gives us this emotional arc that's going to pay off better, right? So it was really an awesome collaboration, and Wesley's been so behind it. You can see he's there on the Kickstarter video. Talk and I filmed that interview. He's in the trenches. He's posting it out on his Twitter. He's hustling.
He is. I see him. He got that over in his bio. When I tagged him, I said, "Oh man, Wes, look at him!" And look at this. Look at this beautiful art, folks.
Yep. This is Gabriel.
Talk about this. Yeah. Who's Gabriel?
Yeah, this is Gabriel Santos. Is the artist. He goes by Esquivo. Gabriel Esquivo Santos, and he's in your hood. He's in Orlando.
Oh, where? Okay.
Yeah, he's in Orlando, and he's this kind of an unknown artist. And what had happened is I got out to some bigger names initially because when Wes and Keith were talking, like, well, we should go after some bigger names.
Yeah.
It's tricky getting artist availability, especially when you're asking an artist to do 140 pages. It's like,
100 folks, you heard that 140 pages of awesomeness.
Right? That's a commitment that not everybody's up for. So Esquivo and I have been working on this ash can called the Lazarus Effect. He was working out for me for pennies.
You're talking about that ash can that people are going to be able to get only at SDCC?
Yes, there's going to be one of those. Exactly. So I presented that cover image. You can see that it's colored, but I presented it in the line art. I presented it to Wesley and to Keith. And I said, what about this guy? I didn't even mention the name. I said, let me not them out there trying to check his resume. Let's just sell this on the art because I know how committed he is. And they were both blown away. They said, this is the guy. This is the feeling. This is what this book should feel like. And there's also something nice about he's in that perfect balance of he's younger in the sense that he has more to prove. Yeah. But he's not so young that he doesn't understand the responsibility, right? That's a dangerous place to be.
Ooh,
and so
I understand.
So he's been pouring his whole heart into this book.
Wonderful.
And when you look at these pages that he's doing, this double page here, I love this one.
Gorgeous.
Yeah. And that's Valentina Bianconi. She's our colorist, Italian girl.
I kind of love how he has Wesley's old flat top.
Right. That was kind of the thing about it was it's like, right. Look at this kind of like Frank Miller, ode to Frank, right? Because I wanted to have a passage of this time. It's like 1 year later. There's an event that happens. It opens the book, and then we go 1 year later. And Esquivo and I were like, what should this feel like to take people across this journey? And it was like this loneliness, being lonely in the rain, right? Was this journey of him being kind of exiled from the police force and everyone because they disbelieve what he's doing. They think he's a madman, right? And so it's walking alone in the rain. And but this is Esquivo, who is just killing it. And then Valentina and the colors she's bringing are just really, really special.
And where did Valentina come from?
So she's an Italian comic colorist. She did a lot of work for Aftershock Comics, and a lot of Euro books as well. And what I like about that is she brings just a different nuance and color instincts, right? A Euro book versus maybe straight out of the Marvel DC camp, right? She brings something that I think is kind of is really fresh and it feels more mature. And I really like it because the story is mature. Not in the sense that it's pornographic or explicit that way, but it's a complex story with heavy things, and he's chasing a serial killer.
Listen, it's all you gotta sell books for adults. We're the ones paying anyway.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
That's the way I look at it. Makes them these kids don't work, all right? They're asking mom and daddy for money, so you know what I mean. Make some stuff for me, thank you. Like no, it's not for you, kiddo. Get away from me. And talk about this and I also gotta ask, right? Because I'm gonna bring up the Kickstarter campaign so everybody could see all the different pledges they could make. Because oh my God, you smashed that. But we're gonna talk about that in a minute. But I want to talk about because what do you mean by a linen cover?
So a linen print.
A linen print. So what do you mean by
a linen print? Linen print sometimes refers to it's a textured paper. They sometimes got like a linen print. So it's like Magnetic Press. I don't know if you're familiar with them.
Yes, I know Magnetic, yes.
Yeah. They do Euro books in the U.S. and linen is just it's a textured paper. So instead of it feeling gloss or matte, it feels it's an uncoated linen, so it has like divots and bumps to it, and it feels more. It feels like something more an artist would paint on.
And it's gonna be campaign only, right?
That's right. This is a campaign only image, and this package that you're seeing. So this is campaign only. So what we've done is because why do a Kickstarter? Why make it amazing? One is we can do one. I want to make it Christmas morning for people when they get this, right? That they get it and they open up and it blows their mind. So the book itself is 8.5 by 13, so it's huge. So it's an 8.5 by 13, right? But it's soft cover, but with a stitched binding like you do on a hardcover, so it can lay flat.
No way.
It's got a ribbon, and when you flip that open at that size, like your small panels, your close-up panels become big, right? Yeah. And it's like you're just swimming in this world. Yeah, it's widescreen, baby. It's widescreen. And then that linen print that I kind of had this artist who I really like. His name's Preston Acevedo. He does this kind of like heavy metal look. So he did this print that will be on the linen. It's like this heavy metal meets the Exiled, as you can see there. But there's 3 books here. So there's the Exiled, that's the principal book. It's full color. It's 8.5 by 13. Then there's the Forgotten Wars, which is a story inside the Exiled universe. And
outside of this particular character.
Outside of this character, but there's some ancient elements, as you can tell from the pitch on the Exiled. Don't want to spoil it. Yeah. And this refers to those ancient elements in that story. So that'll be a perfect bound, glossed, spot UV treated, or is a matte with a spot UV cover. And then there's this last thing here, the Exiled. I'm calling it the Go version of the book. So this is the hero story, the 140-page story, but in manga layout. So it's 7.5, by 5. It's gray toned pages. It's got a red paint on the edges.
I love that already.
Right?
My God.
Yeah, because I'm somebody, and it depends on where you're at. If you're a manga lover and you're somebody like me, you like gray tones and it's fun. You like the portability of it. So in some ways, that book can kind of become
and colored borders
pocket. Yes. I wanted to give it something
because my daughter has the Death Note, the Death Edition with the black border. I mean, it looks so creepy on shows because it's completely black. You know what I mean?
Right. In fact, it's funny you said it because that's the book that I saw a couple years ago. I'm like, I need to do that on a book. It elevates what that
Nice.
feels like.
Doesn't it? Yes. Yes.
Glad, yeah, you mentioned, and you know, kind of like there's even like a little bleed in on the
Yeah.
edges from that, and it's like, wow. So I'm like, well, listen, you never want to be caught in line without a comic, and now this one fits in the pocket. It's the Go version of the book.
Although, do not put it in your pocket, folks, please. It's a collectible. This is not the 80s no more when we used to fold comics. Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's heart attacks nowadays.
No, and so here's more of the beautiful pages. You can see here, this is him on patrol. And like this car, you can see in the top, kind of is, you know, is a Wesley inspired vehicle, right? It has that swagger, you know, somebody from the Bronx, you know, Wes is a man who understands some swagger. He's not pulling up in some Buick here. He's in the, you know what I'm saying?
He got some muscle, American muscle behind him right there. Yeah, and look at that panel uses again with that widescreen type of approach. You know, I'm glad that we kind of also mentioned that, because look at this. I can't imagine on those page sizes on my table, drinking a beer, you know what I mean? And just it must be such a beautiful experience. And look at it. Oh, what the hell?
Yeah, so I don't want to read too much into this panel because it's sort of our first arc.
Things is going on.
Yeah, things are going on. And you can just see what these colors that Valentina's bringing in, and these incredible compositions. You know, and one thing that's tricky about an artist, right, Alan, you could probably count for this, is artists that can effectively communicate the feeling of the character, right?
Absolutely.
All right, and sometimes that's tricky. Sometimes you can get some David Finch looking lines with some not David Finch looking emotion, and it's just kind of,
and that's a problem. That's a problem. I always like emotion in a comic, because you know it's not just about the words, but how does the artist translate those words into facial expression, if you will. And you know, totally. And look how well done it's here. I mean, that is fierce, and it's like, oh shit, I'm dead.
Yeah,
done. That's what he says right there. You get
I'm
it.
out.
It's done. Yeah, oh shit, I'm done. And that was creepy as hell.
Yes, as it should, right there, because this is a twisting tale. And then as you can see here on that image, this is a figurine. And I'm out of town, of course, with my folks today. My dad's years of garlic researcher behind me. He's a biochemist. But we did a figurine. And this isn't just like some mini figurine like this. It's this big. It's 6 inches tall. Nice. Yeah. In fact, there's a video on the KS page if you go there.
Oh, we're gonna go in a minute, man.
Well, Shelby, you can see.
Look at this image. Oof.
Yeah, this is the detail on it, and it's this beautiful piece. And there's even inside of the book, I've put hidden codes in the book that will only exist in the Kickstarter version.
I heard
one
about
of those on
that.
The statue.
What's up with them codes, man? I look at you, man. Easter eggs all over the place, you know, blessing fans. What's that all about? Where did you even come up with that idea, guys?
Yeah, so you know, there was I've been pondering on this idea for a long time, you know, because in television I've done a lot of work where we involve a gaming component into TV.
Yeah.
And I wanted to figure out, how do you kind of gamify having a book, right? How do you build something interactive? And it's like, well, listen, if there are codes hidden in the book, so you read the book, but you're also searching for the clues inside of it, right? That are buried in with the pages, something on a sign, certain symbols maybe. And then you can take those secrets that you find, the hidden codes that you find, and you can enter them in online, and you can get a digital collectible, something free for the backers, right? And there's also something that opens up some content, maybe some interviews, maybe some more BTS stuff with Wes, and some things.
What?
So, right. So there's a fun way to kind of to dive into what
and
what
a
the book
very
was.
smart way to use, you know, written word with technology to get people even more involved in the universe. Oh, what a wonderful idea, brother! Salute.
Yeah. I want to and it's a cool thing, because if it turns into something special for the backers, it's just a win for them later on, right?
We're gonna show that in a minute, because I mean, and look at this gorgeous piece of collectible. Oh my god, the total.
Yeah, so this is right. It's exactly what it is. That's the ultimate edition. Everything in it comes signed from Wes,
baby. Oh, word?
Yeah,
What?
yeah. It'll all be said because Wes doesn't sign anything, Al. He doesn't sign anything. He'll go a year or two without signing
He
stuff.
knows. Yeah.
Yeah, so he's really selective, and so this will be signed by him. All the books will be signed by him. Well, the creative team will sign it as well too, but not be confused. You know who you're doing
Yeah.
this for. Yeah,
Yeah.
and the item you have has a piece of Wes in it, and so this is going to be this
Nice.
box that will have metallic elements in it,
Oof.
right? So it'll have metallic elements to it. Yeah, definitely shelf porn, like you're talking about. Definitely the thing that's going to be like, oh damn, you got that. You got
Ah,
one of
yes.
those, and you got
That's some
that.
braggadocious stuff right there, folks.
Yeah,
Braggadocious self porn. Man,
yeah,
look at that.
absolutely. So
Oof,
these are
look
then
at
these,
this. Jesus Christ.
so these are some trading cards that we're unlocking as our stretch goals
You
as we're
guys
going
got
along.
cards too? Oh my god. Look at this.
Because I feel like, I
Hey.
like trading cards, but I wanted to give them a beautiful back, round the
Yeah.
corners. It's more
Yeah, that's
expensive,
dope.
but then
Yeah.
people,
Look at that.
yeah, you want something real. So, and these cards are going to have a hidden code in them. Now, these digital versions that are up on the
Ooh.
site don't have the code in them
Oh,
yet.
all
So
right. I'm
we're,
here looking over here. I said, wait a minute, what do you mean?
yeah, so they don't have the code in them yet by virtue
And
of,
there goes the squad right there, guys.
yeah,
Look at Big West right there in the middle, yo, bro. Salute West, man,
yep,
for real. That's where
yep.
you gotta support it. And you know what? Since we're showing that now, what we're gonna have to do is obviously, bring up the Kickstarter because you need to see everything. I'm sorry, I was perusing, having fun too over here.
Please, please.
I mean, look at it. Actually, did I include my audio? Yeah. Hold on. Let me take it out. I'm sorry. I just want to make sure I have the audio because we got to show the
We got to show Wes. Yep.
Yeah, man. It's very important right now, man. So give me, folks. You know what it is with technology, and Al is never in his right mind when he's talking to awesome people like Adam. It get crazy. I get amped. I get amped. Yeah, you amp me up. So let's check this out. So this is the video right here, right? But
Yep.
Check it out, folks.
You know, what I love about the comics is the fact that in the comic world, you can escape, you can fantasize, you can imagine yourself being something greater than you are now. And you all are very great. But this particular story is not like, your gratuitous action and just a slasher, bang, kick, punch kind of story. This one, we wanted to have substance. We wanted to layer it with unpredictables, with things that you're not going to expect. I would say it's Seven meets Blade Runner. Story about a hardboiled detective pursuing a serial killer living in the shadow of his father. And in his pursuit, he uncovers some of the world's darkest secrets. So our character, Niles Roach, I think one of the beautiful things about this character is that he has the kind of instincts that drive him to find the truth. But sometimes it destroys the people around him. I figured I'd pull something from where I grew up in the Bronx, something I can really relate to. See, what's beautiful about this is that it's in book form. It's tactile. If you loved all of the stuff we did before in the Blade world, this is something that you're going to appreciate. We got murder, mayhem, noir cities, custom weapons, beautiful artwork, drama, suspense. Look forward to seeing you participating, joining us, take this ride, and here we go. As a man, you're defined by your father. You spend your whole life trying to crawl out from under his shadow. Mine died before I ever could. He didn't leave me his intellect, but he left me his instinct. A sense that triggers when things are not as they seem. Nagging at the back of my skull is getting louder.
Oh snap, folks! Did it not look awesome? Oh shit, bro, you're killing me. You're killing me.
There it is, right?
You're
There it is.
absolutely killing me. Wesley is all about it. It's fantastic, man. This is great to see Wesley back in the game. Doing this awesome stuff. I mean, here's the project.
Right.
Let's talk about all these amazing tiers, brother. Because so we got $10 because you just love it and believe in it. That's great. Go ahead, people. You got $10. You just get it done. Support. Support Wesley, man, and Adam and everybody. But look at this. For $25, we got a digital copy, and does not include stretch goals, right? For $50, we got
Well, it gets you digital versions
of the graphic.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So there's a pledge of $50. Was that one? Ooh, this is it. The print and digital. Ooh, hell yeah, bro. And only during that campaign for $50. Now this is the total exclusive. Now, is there a limited number of copies? Can you divulge on that or what?
Yeah. So the thing is, for the detective, the veteran, there's an unlimited number of copies that we can go to for this purposes. So the way, like the exclusive nature of it is this format, this sizing, this cover, it'll only exist here, right?
Okay.
And then it will never be again. This version of the
book.
It
would be limited to the amount of backers there. Done.
Yep.
Ooh.
And so
total exclusive.
And, all about exclusive, right? So it's super exclusive format, size, print, everything about it makes it it's one special thing. So that's what that is. So the limited ones are the ultimate edition. There's only going to be 200 no matter what happens. And because Wes is only going to sign 200, and that's the end. That's all he wrote.
Oh, that's it. Then, he said, "I'm done to this." Hand cramps, man. When you're older, cramps are real, man. Let me tell you. And look at this for $125, the veteran. So a print copy of Oversized, print copy Forgotten Words. Oh, the Go version of the graphic novel. Oh my God! Right. So even the Go version is print too, right?
Yeah, it's all print. So you're getting
for
so
$125. Ooh. Bro, right, so man, you're gonna make me spend my Father's Day money on this right now.
You should. This is the best thing you can do with it. So what it is what you'll get that Veterans Day Veterans Day, the Veterans package. It's pretty dope. You're gonna get the oversized issue. You're gonna get the Forgotten book. You're gonna get the Forgotten Wars. You're going to also get the Go version of the book. You're gonna get the figurine. You're gonna get the linen print, and then all the stretch goals.
Yo, that's an amazing deal, to get all that. Honestly.
Yeah, absolutely. Because it's a full package. And that figurine, when you check out that video, this is not some rinky-dink thing. This is a major thing, and unfortunately a major cost. But it's worth it.
Did Wesley say you got to give me one?
Yeah.
Hey, if Blaze says he needs one, you better give him one. All right, I'm sorry.
He's gonna get whatever he wants.
Oh, what's this Ultimate Edition? That's that bad boy 500. Ooh, oh my God! Look at all the stuff you get though. Oof.
Yep.
Talk about this. Like how sexy this is.
Right about the So the Ultimate Edition here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what that's getting you there is so it gets you everything that is described there. It's the figurine. It's the 3 books. It's the print. It's the stretch goals. So it gives you all of those, all signed. Beautiful. All of them all signed by Wesley and the creative team. So you get the full, and it has this special jacket that it's wrapped in, this box, this casing. It has metallic elements to it.
What do you mean metallic? I could put a magnet to it, it'll stick?
Yeah. So like there'll be metal pieces in it. It won't just be straight cardboard. Yeah, it'll have metal pieces to it. Where'd that come
from? Damn, Adam, bro. You know what? I looking like Lex Luthor, and I was like, you've been masterminding, haven't you?
You get it, right? And then what it's going to also have in it is it also has another ultra exclusive thing. So we're only doing a really, really limited run of these San Diego Comic-Con ash cans of the book.
Ooh,
they're going to have a die cut.
Can you elaborate on unlimited number-wise? Because for the speculators, because these guys are going to catch heart attacks.
Yeah. So the way it works out is so that there is 460 being printed. So there's 200 that'll go out here in this campaign. Sorry, there's 400 being printed.
Okay.
200 that'll go out here that Wes will sign. Then there's 200 at the floor at Comic-Con, and 60 of those will be signed by Wes at the convention floor. But everyone who backs the Ultimate Edition will get the signed.
What's your booth
basket.
number, bro? What's your booth number? Because I'm gonna have a representative, visiting San Diego Comic-Con on our behalf. I would love them to pass by, snap some pictures of the table and that awesome book.
Please do. So we're going to be at the PCB Entertainment booth, which is right next to the Funimation booth. It's in the studio area. It's a 10 by 20 booth. We have a partner on it this year that I'll get to reveal on Saturday that's going to be partnering up with us on the booth. A rad
Send
new
me the
publisher in the
details,
game.
man. I
I'll get
want
you the
my
details.
Crusader to take pictures and say like, yo, I'm here for Al.
Yeah, please do that. I'll take care of them. So that book's going to be there. So the Ultimate Edition set gets you really the most exclusive collectible.
Everything. Oof.
It just makes it, you have something that's unforgettable.
Yeah. Speculators, you heard, because this is Wesley involved. It's going to be hot. And look at this. These are things that are all gone. How do you feel? Because, folks, let me show you something. We ain't talk about this yet. You did $20,000, and within nothing of time, you guys added like over 100 racks. Oh my God!
Feels
How
good.
Do you feel, Adam? How do you feel?
I'm two things. One is I'm so excited about it, and super grateful to the community and all the people who came out, and many Wesley fans, people who've backed my other books, just strangers off the internet. Incredibly grateful, and to see this kind of response, because the indie comic scene is a hustle. It's a hustle.
It is.
And to get something that breaks through is really hard. And
you guys are like the
sugar
bears. Remember starting sugar bear? You're the sugar bears of comics. And you're trying to sell your goods. Like, hey, baby, I got something for you. Come over here.
Yeah. Al, that's exactly where we are right now. So we're hustling it. So so I'm incredibly grateful. The day one success really blew me away. We did 80,000 on day one. And, now it's continued to go on. And then we're going to finish with closing the campaign on the floor at San Diego Comic-Con. So we'll be pushing it out there as well. We got a panel with Wesley there. We've got a signing with Wesley there.
Oh my God. Tell me about the panel too. I told homie to go there and take a little bit of footage and snap some pictures for us. So that way, just keep celebrating, pushing the book. Because here's an example of the Go version. Oh my God. This is what I meant. Look at that border, all red. This is shelf porn. So beautiful. And then look at the artwork. I mean, I am a fan. Again, I'm a dude that grew up on Savage Sword of Conan. Feel me? Yeah. So this is this is the stuff that's up my alley. Like when I see these type of like I said, I was telling my folks about Walking Dead because it was black and white. They didn't appreciate it back in the day. I'm like, you guys are fools. And then years later, they're like, can you sell me your collection? I'm like, get the F out of here.
Yeah, no way. It's it goes to show that when you think about like Chainsaw Man, one of my favorite books, it's that Tatsuki Fujimoto does, and you think that one book is like outsells Marvel and DC together each month. That one book, and
insane, right?
It's insane. He's moving 8 million copies. It's like it's crazy numbers, right? And so, and that's in a black and white gray tone book. So it's like, so when you look at that, you have to admit that there's a large crowd of people that works for, and it connects with them, right? And to deny that is kind of crazy, right? Absolutely. So, and that's why we have both, because this gets you everything, right?
Oh, wait a minute! There it goes. There goes the video.
There's that figurine. So you can see the size of that thing.
Folks, let's go. Look at this.
Hi, I am Adam Lawson. I'm Wes's co-creator and the writer on the book. And I wanted to show you this incredibly awesome figurine here. Pictures don't quite do it justice. You can see this prototype we had built. You can see all the detail on this guy here.
Oof.
See the cool weapon.
Oh my God, look at that.
Arm.
What?
It's really an impressive sight. If you're a painter,
did you mold Wesley?
Your own. I do here. Meaning later.
I had it sculpted. in ZBrush. And then that's a 3D print, and then it will be injection molded for the campaign.
Getting a tier that gets you this figurine. It's a pretty special thing, and will only exist now.
Dope. Holy crap. I mean, look at this, folks. Look. That's young Wesley right there kicking some ass. Yo. I'm pretty sure. Again, he's gonna say, "I need one in my life." Well, no problem, Wesley. Here you go.
Yeah, Wesley gets what Wesley wants. Yeah, that's
Look
for
at,
sure.
hey, look,
Um,
so many things been unlocked already. Oh my god! Like what else? What? Oh, this one more to unlock. Are you gonna have anything else? Because you have so many days still left. This is
yeah, so
insane.
we have those I broke up the trading cards. I was going to do them kind of a little bit reverse order of this, but
Yeah.
art was getting behind, because it's like you don't know how good it's going to do, so you have artists standing by. But this is something we'd always wanted to do, which is a metal bookmark. So on one side is the Exiled symbol, on the other side is Roach in the Rain, that Frank Miller sort of ode
Say
shot.
word.
But it's beautiful. It's a metal bookmark, so you can use it. It's practical. It's a beautiful piece.
And can we buy any SDCC?
So SDCC, the only way to get it is to get the Ultimate Edition.
Ultimate.
Yeah. So that gets you them, and then down at Comic-Con, there'll be a limited amount that are selling each day. From the booth, right?
You got to get in there early, man, because I know these people, man.
It's gonna be gone quick every day, and we have a partner on it. With the press out that hits tomorrow, so I can't tell you today, but who's partnering up on the booth, who's going to blow it out of this city, and anyway, but that's how that's going to go down.
But
so
you know
if you're
what?
at San Diego Comic-Con, and the people who are going to be eligible to get the signed one at Comic-Con are people who have backed the campaign by bringing your backer number to the table. You're going to get access.
You heard
to
this,
stuff.
folks? You hear this? Your SDCC, bring your backer number, and you're going to get some exclusiveness in your life.
Yep, you can get some cool stuff.
You know what, bro? We've spoken about yourself, Gabriel, Valentina, and Wes, but a little bit about Keith. We haven't heard.
Yeah, Keith.
Man.
Keith is amazing. He and I have been working together for years. I produced a movie he directed. We've done a lot of work in video games. He's an amazing creative, and he's really the linchpin that brought this together, because he's. So Keith, he and I met at San Diego Comic-Con, and at his booth. 2006.
I'm gonna be testing you, bro.
2006 we met.
Awesome.
Yeah, Comic-Con San Diego, and he was having. He was playing a video. I had made this music. I produced a music video for Atlantic, and then he had it playing on his screen because he'd done some work on it. And I said, "Hey, I made that video. I didn't realize Atlantic had done this censored version." And so
they censored you? How dare they?
Yeah. Well, the video was super explicit at the time, and so it was kind of a wild thing. But it was for Soul Crusher was the name of the song. So a lot of depth in that one. It had machine guns and battle axes and naked people and that kind of thing.
Man, it sounds like Cyber Sword of Conan. Thank you.
It's exactly right. And so I said, "Hey, I produced that," and he said, "Hey, I did some post work on it." We got talking, and then afterwards, he and I started speaking, and we started trying to get movies off the ground together. Because he worked in the game space and I was in TV and film, and then we did a movie together and have done a lot of great stuff. And so he was one that had the initial friendship with Wes, so he brought this to the table, brought Wes into the mix, and without him, it wouldn't be happening in any way. He's the one that also has the booth at Comic-Con. So he's a huge force in this.
Keith, baby. Shout out for making this glue and making it stick, kiddo, because the project looks, hella amazing. And I mean, so everybody could expect this, next year, you said? So everybody's going to get their package by next year with all the goodies?
Yep. That's right. So we are slaving away to make that a reality.
Again, it's 140 pages, people. I mean, you got to understand that. It's not, and again, I love this. Balls to the wall, sci-fi noir, baby. That's when you throw it at the wall, it actually sticks. It rolls down real slowly. You couldn't enjoy that. You're like, oh shit, there you go. I could be for hours. When would it land? Yeah, this is awesome. But look at this stuff. Yo, Adam, dude. I mean, you've been up to a lot of craziness. So outside of this, if there's anything else you've been up to, my brother.
Yeah, so I've got a couple other things. I'm writing a new TV series for CW because I'm always writing a new TV series somewhere.
Woo!
And that we're in development on. We'll see if it can't afford to talk about anything on it now, but we'll hopefully it sees the light of day.
Well, if you need
Uh,
a Latino to
and
audition in Florida, I'm here for you. All right.
I love it. I love it. Um, so I've got that that's deep in the works. I'm always in the producing many a commercial, and I have a new graphic novel coming out after this. I've got one called Jawbone Death, and
Ooh.
another one called Psycho Killers.
Psych-
That they're in art right
Whoa!
now. They're in art right now, and Jawbone Death I've been bleeding out of my Substack and teasing a little bit of Psycho Killers.
Well,
And so
you
those
got
will
a
be my
Substack
follow-ups.
too. What's your Substack so people can follow it? Yeah, you ain't give me
Yeah,
that.
so
Is it
it's
the same
it's
thing?
the Rebellion, and so it's Adam Lawson. Now I'm forgetting my own self where that is. Um, and, you'll
Yeah,
get there.
because
So
Substack is getting hot. So many writers are going there. While you're looking for that, how do you feel
yeah,
about Substack? Have you found good opportunity there?
yeah, I think it's a nice way for you to connect with your fans that are the most committed, and to give them an exclusive insight into what's being created. And I think there's a nice relationship that's there, um, because it lets you kind of hit those that really want the deep dive, right?
Okay.
And so for me, it's been meaningful and it's been great, and I wish I was posting more on it.
Okay. Excellent.
So
Excellent.
that's
But
the
you,
deal.
you
So
gotta give
so
us
yeah, it's
that.
the Rebellion with adamlawson.substack.com, is where you can find it. It's called the Rebellion, um, and the idea of the Substack is hey, it's about creating something new, right? That's kind of the indie
Yeah.
comics, right? That we're making new things. We're not squatting on the cultural stage, as Alan Moore said. Just digging up
Yeah.
old stories, regurgitating them. We're making something new out here. So
Yeah, as we should. Thank
so
you, Alan Moore. I mean, it's true. A lot of people get butthurt by comments like that for some odd reason, but enough with ripping off and trying to remake shit. Oh, let's give it a more social narrative. How about leave that alone and make something new that again, there was only one other horror movie I appreciated that came out recently. I forgot the name right now, but it was the one that had the dual personality, but the dual personality was a little different. I don't want to give it all away. Oh my god, it's from Blumhouse, but I was like, oh man, I like the concept. Finally, something different in horror. Like
right.
the multiple personality was a little bit more different than we expected. Like, oh, okay, damn,
Right?
I didn't expect that.
Yeah.
So when they do things like that, originality, man, it's so important. This is why I appreciate you, Adam. 200
Thank you.
podcasts later, I keep
Dude.
seeing you do like amazing things. Now you're working with Wes. You got 2 more projects. I'm like so happy, Adam. And then you got 2 years ago, Kiddo wasn't involved, and you had
He wasn't. Now you
your
got an
youngin.
11-month-old.
And now
Yeah.
you have a youngin too. It's like, wow. I'm so happy. Thank you for coming back on, bro. And
So
for
good
me
to
just to see
hear.
this
Thanks for
growth,
having
I'm
me.
like, I'm so happy for you, my brother. Hopefully one day you ever come to MegaCon. We're
Boom.
gonna get I'm gonna mess you up so bad. Make sure you hire a babysitter, please.
Now, I would like to be at MegaCon. MegaCon, I think, is soon
Yeah.
becoming the con of the cons.
It's one of the most fun ones, and no, folks, not named after Al Mega. It just happens to be MegaCon. Hey, if they want me to be like a mascot, I'm ready, baby. But bro, for real, flowers time, bro. I never gave this before. Episode 21, I wasn't doing this, but now 200 episodes is like, talking to people like yourself, I get so inspired and motivated, and just to see growth as well. Because damn, we spoke again 2 years ago. So crazy for me. So, bro, thank you for keep going on your mission. Thank you for keeping the entertainers. Thank you for putting yourself out there, because that really is a brave move. You know what I mean? Not many people are willing
Yeah.
to put the creativity out there. You know what I mean? So many people
I
are
know.
afraid. So you are a great example of someone that, hey, I'm gonna do this. If you like it, you like it. You don't, you don't. But I'm gonna keep doing what I do. So thank you for that. You keep me entertained. You put a smile on my face. And to hook up with dudes like you hooking up with, and see the stories that are coming. And I just can't wait to see what else is in the world of the Lawson verse, because it's gonna be just amazing. So, you know what I mean?
Thank you, brother.
So
Thank you,
thank you,
man.
man. So must continue success and love, my brother, for real.
Much love, brother.
And I want to give a big shout out to the big homie Kevin from Ent.
Yep, Kevin.
Because Yeah. He was like, Al, have you spoken to Adam? I said, yeah, I have. And and then he said, yeah, because he said he knew you. I said, yeah. And this is how crazy it is, Kev, 2 years ago. And here we are again. And he's doing even greater and bigger things. And by the next time that I talk to you, probably going to be some type of Emmy or Academy Award winner. I'm sure.
I don't.
We got to manifest,
that.
baby. Let's manifest, baby. Let's manifest.
Well, I would take a few more successful comics, maybe even ahead of those. So thank you,
want
brother.
some Eisners? Why not? Let's get some Eisners for the kiddo too. You know what I mean? Awesome. So, out of all your projects, is there anything in particular that you would like to see in any other form outside of comics?
Yeah, I think Kids and Monsters, a book I just had done.
Yeah, I didn't even mention that one. Yeah, thank you. Great shot.
It's on Indiegogo. I did it on Indiegogo and Kickstarter. I think, and now Zoop is even a cool new platform. I think there's lots of great platforms to release on.
Yeah, very supportive platform too, Zoop. Yeah.
I think Zoop's got some really. I think that could be something really special. But with Kids and Monsters, it's a story about kids who find monsters in their backpacks and they get involved in this world war to save their family. And,
oh my God! Are you from Brooklyn, bro? Because I used to have a backpack every day. Did I have a demon in my backpack? In my chance?
And I think that I would love to see that become game you could play, where you could select your child and not kids, not little kids or teens, but select your teen, select your monster, build your backpack, and go smash monsters. Go smash beasts. And so I would love to see that. But the probability of it is probably more on the Exiled side of it becoming something. So we'll keep our fingers crossed as the studios start knocking. So
they're going not as they start, but when they start knocking, because it will be really soon. Because Adam,
some knockings have begun, so we'll keep our fingers crossed. Yeah.
Yeah, you got this, kid. You got this. Listen, you guys are putting out great energy, awesome entertainment. Again, folks, this is what I want you to do. I need you to follow Big Homie on Twitter and Instagram, Gifted Rebels CO. Wepa! Look at that. What is Gifted Rebels, bro? I didn't see this last time. So what's Gifted Rebels?
Yeah, this is new. So the Gifted Rebels, it's a change from Failed Superheroes Club to Gifted Rebels just due to when we were there was some treacherous water, and our lawyer kind of consulted something new, and Gifted Rebels felt more like what it is, right? That like this is the rebellion, this is the indie world, this is us making comics without AT&T and Disney behind us, right? This is us, treading forward, and we're the young and talented, we're the willing and the able that are willing to like brave these waters. So that's why I call it Gifted Rebels, right?
Awesome. I dig it.
That's the new branding, yeah.
And this is what you gotta do, folks, because he has many days ahead of him. So we gotta make this happen because 24 days to go. Right now, with 783 backers, we're at 109.6 racks, if you will. Let's bring her up. Let's keep opening more stuff up, more cards, more art, more Wesley. Because I'm pretty sure if you get a 200 racks, Wesley probably sign more than 100 books, 200 books. You know what I mean?
We'll start to see some things. We'll start to see some changes.
I'm pretty sure, bro. Absolutely. So please support this amazing project. And please, if you are a comic book creator, right, and search for some amazing comic book promo, someone that actually cares about what you do, please check out inked.marketing. My homie Kevin is there, and you ask for Kevin G, he'll take care of the hell out of you and make sure that your promotion is out there.
Totally.
So that Kevin's the man. Salute to you, my brother. So with that, Adam, since I haven't spoken to you in 2 years, let's leave with this last note then. In the last 2 years since we've last spoken, what have been the biggest lessons you've learned that you could share with creators?
The biggest lesson I would say is that when crafting your story, it's not good enough, and you need to beat it and kick it and refine it until it is, and that requires some humility along the way, that it's draft 7 or 10 or 50. It's probably the one you should be making. And I can't say that enough about how the effort you put in before there's any art, before there's any promotion, to crafting something that electrifies people, even when it's just a written word, when it's just an idea. That the time spent there is almost in some ways the most important time. So I think sometimes we can get easy thinking, oh, I got this idea and it's great. But just because it's you and it's an idea doesn't mean it is great. You got to usually beat it into something that is. It requires having a close circle of people who can help you see your own weaknesses. And all creators have them, even Quentin Tarantino, who has a really tight-knit group of people who protect him from his own weaknesses.
Oh,
So that's what I recommend.
you
That's
know what? I
my
love
advice.
that because I have a team like that too. And I have somebody that when they see me get out of line sometimes, they're like, hey, what you doing? And it's very important. You know, that is very true. To have somebody check you or just keep you in line or just be very brutally honest. Because
Yeah.
unfortunately, you know, don't rely on family. They're always going to say you're great because family always wants to encourage you. But when it comes
Right.
down to it, you need those people that will be bottom line, hard on your ass, so that and don't be emo, don't get mad, but prove them wrong.
Totally.
Right?
Yep.
You know, I've
Yep.
seen this too much. You know, and I love that. Sometimes I've seen early on reviews for independent comics from my channel, and the creators email me back. You know, I appreciate that, and I'm gonna challenge your review on the second issue watch. And you know, I would send it to the reviewer like, "Yo, this is the second," and when there's improvement, it was like openly like, "Yep, holy crap," you know what I mean? So
Yep.
that honesty. So folks, keep it real, especially when you're on a comic book site. You know, for creators like these, be honest on your reviews. Be real about it. Don't be no haters. Just be very open.
Yeah, you don't. There doesn't need to be any hate. Mike Spicer is a buddy, and he's working. He's my colorist in Kids and Monsters, and he's good. He's like, listen, not everybody shares the same aesthetic. To take it, hey, that's not for me. You know.
Yeah, I hate when people want this. If you don't like it, don't review it. Leave it alone. It's none of your business to try to destroy someone else. Yeah, exactly. It's all good. You don't like it, that's fine. Leave it alone. And I hate when people, you know, I've been attacked. This is why I get attacked by people. Oh, if it's bad, you gotta tell people it's bad. Why? You know, I can't draw. I can't write. So why would I attack anybody that puts themselves out there?
Yeah. And there's one thing giving effective. There is effective criticism. Hey, the dialogue was a little heavy-handed. Yeah, hey, the panels here could have been spaced a little better.
Oh, that's Johnny Hughes. Shout out to Johnny Hughes, Adam. Because let me tell you, my boy Johnny the Machine. He's actually helped independent creators. Like, yo, when I was reading the book, you know, I found an error. He's dying to be an editor on a book. So you ever need someone to look over a book, not for nothing. My boy Johnny Hughes, he has an eagle eye. So if you need an editor for a book, man,
I'm out. I have a great editor.
I'm pretty sure
I have a great editor. He's finished. I love it. Hey, well, thanks so much, Al, for having me on again, bro. 200 podcasts later, baby. I love it.
Yeah, isn't that awesome? But Adam, you're awesome. You know, God bless you and your continued journey.
Likewise, you
know, you new kiddo. You know, and the continued success, bro. I can't wait till this hits 203. I think that listen with 24. That's my lucky number too. 24. That's awesome. What did Coinky think? 24 days ago. That's my lucky number. Yeah, that's my birthday. My lady lived on 24th Street. Isn't that crazy when we met? Well, she lived that. So, and other things with 24 that I don't want to elaborate on now. Then we're going to be getting into rabbit holes. But with 109,000 folks, let's do more. Let's get to 200, 300. This is Wesley. This is Adam. This is, you know, Aram. This is Esquivo. I mean, dude, if you're going to be rapping soon, I love that. It's like a hip-hop name, Esquivo. And I want to do like, yo, grab and shit. Esquivo.
Yeah, right?
All right, but yo, for you, brother, thank you so much. Big shout out to Kevin for putting this together again. If you're a comic book creator, check out the big homie. at Ent.marketing. He's amazing. Please support this amazing Kickstarter project right now. Feel Superior, The Exiled. All right? Easy. Go to Google and you put Wesley Snipes Kickstarter, and you're gonna find this like that in a snap like Thanos, you know. And make sure you fund. That's how fast your money's gonna disappear.
Yeah.
You're gonna be like, yo, fire. You're gonna be like, I want it. Boom. It's gone like a snap. But please, again, last time, follow Gifted Rebels CO on both Twitter and Instagram. That's my homie, Adam. Again, yo, an amazing creator across multiple platforms, though. This is what's awesome about Adam. He's not just a comic creator, but he's a filmographer, videographer, filmmaker, doing everything. He's out there like doing every piece of pop culture that he could get his hands on. So a salute to you, my brother. God bless you. So, and with that, mi gente, you know what to do. Follow everything Comic Crusaders on comiccrusaders.com. Go visit undercovercapes.com. Check out all the extended shows like Cinema Crusaders, Floppy Spoilers, Outside the Panels, Definitive Crusade, No Prize Podcast, of course, Comic Crusaders Podcast, whereby, and you just get it done, all right? So, Adam, thank you again. Kevin,
thank you, brother.
Shout out. Hasta la próxima. Wepa! Thank you for listening to the Comic Crusaders Podcast. If you like the content, please subscribe and turn on notifications. Also, please visit comiccrusaders.com and our extended podcast family over at undercovercapes.com. And also, make sure to download the Comic Crusaders app on the Google Play Store today.